Hello, my name's Luke, and I would like to invite you to what I think will be a very special retreat in Sri Lanka in March 2025 at Flowground, which I will be giving in collaboration with Anakin, who is a facilitator of non-violent communication. And together what we're going to be doing is exploring the interface between our inside worlds that we can get in touch with through yoga practices and the outside world. A lot of times in class recently, I've invited people to raise their hand if they value peace and harmony in their relationships. And pretty much unanimously, everybody's put their hand up and say, yes, I value peace and harmony in my relationships. And then I followed that with a second question, which is, how many of you, please put your hand up if you experience conflict in your relationships? And again, unanimously, people put their hands up and they say, yes, I experience conflict. So this gets me wondering, how can it be that for so many of us, and even those of us who've been doing yoga for a long time and really understand the importance of things like non-violence and truthfulness and compassion, how can it be that we can still end up in conflict with other people and even in conflict with ourselves? So for me, these tools of non-violent communication and the philosophy of non-violent communication provides a very valuable understanding that is, for me, actually yoga. And so the philosophy is pretty much that a lot of the time we are connected with our stories and our judgments and our opinions of the world. And in yoga terms, we would call these the chitta vrittis. And so the processes of yoga and non-violent communication alike are seeking to draw us away from this matrix of stories and ideas and beliefs and bring us back to something that's more vital. And that is what's alive in us and what's truly alive in us. So Patanjali doesn't say it explicitly. He just says that yoga is the stopping of the turnings of the mind, the stories, the ideas. And he doesn't tell us what's there then. And this is where the non-violent communication comes in, because it's saying that what's there then is what's alive inside you, and that this is a divine energy. And so in the NVC with Anakin, we're going to be looking at ways to share this with the outside world and to get in touch with what's alive in other people. I'm going to be taking these ideas of NVC and relating them to yoga practice, and in particular the practice of the choreographed sequences that are Ashtanga Yoga. So for me, my philosophy of yoga has changed, and now I see it aligned with this NVC approach, is that I'm not practicing because I find myself deficient and I'm trying to get somewhere where I will be better. I'm using these practices of yoga to meet myself as I am and to explore what's there in that space of the container of the practice. And so this is the kind of space that I'll be holding. So it doesn't matter how you are. It doesn't matter if you don't think that you're good enough, or even if you think you're wonderful at yoga. It really doesn't matter. We're there just to explore each day how it is. And so we want to move away from these automatic ways of being, of just going through the sequences on automatic pilot, and to really come to be present, to take that opportunity of having the space of practice to be present with ourselves as we are. And then we find that we're able to really tune in a much deeper way into the intelligence of the body. So I wholeheartedly invite you, if this sounds interesting for you, to come and explore. Explore how it is to meet ourselves in that space of ahimsa, non-violence, and the space of satya, truthfulness, and of karuna, compassion. How it is to meet ourselves in that space, and then how it is to move from that space into the outside world, using these tools of non-violent communication. So I'm imagining that in this short time that we'll be together, we'll be there for 2 weeks, that we're really going to form a kind of community. We're going to form a crucible of exploration with each other. So it's going to be a co-creation. And I'm really excited and looking forward to seeing what magic is going to unfold. So I see you there.